Hi, and welcome to Microsoft Social Engagement Module 3, Targeting the Right Audience. My name is Julie Yak. In this module, we'll talk about why target your audience, some of those details about why it's important to target your specific social audience. We'll talk about how to target that audience. Then we'll go through some details for targeting, both based on capability and based on verticals. So why target your audience? Targeting your audience allows you to build search queries focused on your goals, and that means you need to define your goals. What reason do you have for engaging on social media? Targeting your audience will help to reduce the noise in your social feed. You want to make sure that what you're receiving, what you're measuring, what you're analyzing is what you need to be focusing on. And then this also forces you to think through how you are using Microsoft Social Engagement. What benefits will it have to your organization? How to target your audience. There are a few different things to keep in mind. You can be opportunistic. Go through your planned events, do some just-in-time events, and track the buzz, track the sentiment, track the traffic based on events. You can be minimalistic. You can start with very small, very focused audiences, and then try to increase and expand that reach. You can be very specific and tailor your vertical. You can be very purpose-built with your searches. Or you can be very creative. Look beyond what your obvious targeting might be. This is something that you'll learn over time. So for targeting by capability, let's first refresh what our capabilities are. Our primary capabilities focus around social selling, social insights, social care, and social brand management. What we'll do next is go through a few of the different ideas and points that we have for each of these capabilities. So monitoring your social campaigns. Who's talking about it? And what is it? Is it your brand? Is it your events? Is it your reputation? Is it something else? What is the sentiment? Are people happy with the social campaign that you're running? Are people happy with your product? If they're not, how can we measure that? How can we correct that? How are the other media channels driving social buzz? If it's not the ones that we are on, do we need to increase our reach? Do we need to move over to another social network? If we are focused on Facebook and Twitter, do we need to include Instagram into our social campaign? And are we driving the desired outcomes? That would come back to measuring the sentiment, measuring the return on the investment. Are we getting back dollars for the time that we are putting into our social campaigns? And can we track this to any actual purchases that we may be seeing? Lead generation. Let's talk about who's asking about what you are selling. Are we targeting them? Are we engaging with them? Are there people who are talking about things that are a complement to our offering? As you see below here, for our example, if we sell cars, we look for people who are talking about buying a new car. If we sell car stereos, maybe we want to talk to people who just bought a new car, and so on. So who is doing the things? What activities are they doing that would make them likely to want to buy our products? We want to identify and nurture influencers. Who are influencers? Influencers can be that celebrity, but more likely they are an individual private citizen who happens to have a good social following. They have a good reach. Our influencers can help us with early warning detection. If there's a problem, they can help us keep an eye out for things. Ideally, we have influencers that are on our side that want to help our brand succeed. In addition to identifying their social influence, we could engage with them offline. We could send them specials. We can give them marketing deals, and so on. We want to manage our brand reputation. We need to track the sentiment and buzz over time so that if we're seeing a decline, we're seeing an improvement, maybe we can identify the sources for that so we can keep or correct those items. We want to monitor the public commentary on our key executives. Who are the public faces of our organization? What is the public perception of those people? We could do some brand and crisis management. If we have any kind of problems that have been identified, any kind of recall, if we have a food-based industry, and we have some kind of problem in a factory which causes product issues that need to be recalled, how do we manage that crisis so that we have the least negative impact? All of these things we've been talking about also apply to monitoring our competitors. So all of this information that we've been getting can also be used to help us against our competitors. Are they having positive or negative buzz? What are they doing that generates that positive or negative buzz? What should we be doing that is like them or different from them so that we can be successful? Can we target their influencers? Can we make offers to them? Can we bring them to our side? How are product launches tracking? Are they getting positive buzz? What is it about them that's getting that positive buzz? And most importantly, what media channels are working for them, and are we there? Should we be there? Are our competitors really successful in one specific channel that we don't have much impact on? How do we get the impact on that channel? We need to find out with whom our customers are speaking. We need to ingest posts for key staff of our customers. If we are perhaps a business-to-business organization, what are those other businesses saying publicly about us? Who are they talking with inside and outside of their organization or within their own circle of influence? We need to monitor the market rumors. Who do we have out there that's talking about mergers and acquisitions? Does that have any influence on our business? Who among our competitors is about to launch a new product? Can we keep an eye on that? Who's having financial troubles? Who might be on the market soon to sell their organization, or who might have customers needing a new home soon, and can we help them? Social customer care. I had an issue just this last weekend at one of our local grocery stores. I posted on their Facebook page, and within 24 hours, I had a response, and they're trying to resolve the issue. It's what we expect to see now. So customers are turning to social to ask questions and raise problems, whether they're turning to Facebook or to Twitter, or they're writing a blog post. We need to monitor those sites for questions and route for resolution. This grocery store chain wanted to find out more details about where was the grocery store location, who was the individual I was speaking with that caused the problem, and so on. You can use groupthink for knowledge management. You can harvest that social knowledge and solutions so that we can have more knowledge available to our customers. Letting the public accurately provide information about our products is a great strategy. They can be the first line of support for one another. When you have a problem with a product, what's the first thing you do? You go online and you do a search to try to find information about what that problem might be, and if other people have had the same problem, and are they resolving that problem? We'd like to measure satisfaction with the social influence. We want to have alerts set up based on our product names or specific search topics so that we can get information if some trends are changing, is sentiment having a large amount of fluctuation that we need to keep in mind. We need to use that sentiment and buzz as measures for satisfaction, and then we can monitor the relationship between the good and bad sentiment that goes along with the sales, and hopefully that good sentiment increases our sales. That bad sentiment we can have an alert for and go in and stop that bad sentiment and do a course correction. Other opportunities available to us through social engagement, everything from collaboration to risk management, social media marketing, customer experience, and that creative thinking, those new business models. All of these are opportunities for us to engage with social and increase our social footprint, increase the positive sentiment, and ultimately increase our sales. Let's talk for a few minutes about verticals. Verticals are those different specific lines of business. Are we talking about retail? Are we talking about healthcare, financial services, professional services? What is the line of business? When you're talking about targeting verticals, you need to be mindful that business goals can be very different across different verticals. If you're new to social or new to your vertical, you want to do some research to figure out what is the social goals in that organization. What social goals do others have? Do your competitors have? that would do well for your business. They oftentimes have their own unique challenges. For example, anyone who's in healthcare has to be very mindful of patient privacy. And how can we have an effective social footprint if we are in healthcare and we have so many privacy concerns? So knowing the vertical is important. What are the key words to monitor? What means something different in my organization versus your organization? Do we need to utilize the machine learning we have available to teach our specific vocabulary to social engagement so it can accurately monitor that sentiment and send us the alerts and notifications? The vertical may have specific industry key players, whether or not they're specific influencers to our exact product, our exact brand. They may be in our vertical and we can't ignore them even if they aren't directly influential on our product or brand. We need to follow them. We need to identify their impact and their influence and see how we can continue to use that to help improve our social presence. Let's have a quick look at retail, for example. Some strategies might include monitoring both your specific store location or your brand. Maybe we have standalone stores and we also have other stores, department stores that carry our brand. So those are important things to monitor, because if the big department store is carrying our brand and they have their own problems, then it could trickle down to our brand specifically. We want to keep an eye on the brands that we carry. Perhaps we are that big department store. We want to keep an eye on what brands we have in store. If that's designers having struggles, then it could influence our bottom line. And then what is the impact if we run specials or have events? Is the reach as far as we'd like it to be? Is the public perception the quality that we'd like it to be? So in this module, we talked about why and how to target your audience. We talked about different targeting strategies, both based on capability and based on verticals.